to an old discussion. So, in case you're a Zionist, keep your blood pressure down, because I'm not going to spare you anything. However, you don't have to accept what I'm telling you, but I'm not going to accept what you tell me either. Question: how can you say that you should avoid military service in Israel while there are millions of Jews who have to be protected? So I'm asking the gentleman here, what's he doing here? Why is he a slacker? The millions of Jews have to be protected. Let him go and join up. Answer is, he has reasons. He thinks, maybe, that he wants to study up here and become a physician. Eventually he'll go there. Help them. So you have an idea to help the people there in a different way. Not by putting on a uniform right now. That's your idea of helping them. It sounds reasonable. So we also have ideas of helping the people in Eretz Yisrael. And one idea is to send a lot of money to the yeshivas, to poor Talmidei Chacham. The money goes into the economy. Any money is spent there. It's spent in the butcher shops, in the grocery shops. It's spent for people working in factories, goes into the economy. It's very important. Believe me, if you ask the people at the head of the state, would you excuse about 20 or 50 or 100 or 1,000 people from the army to go to the United States and raise big sums for your economy? They'd gladly do it, because money, that's the blood of a nation. You can't make war without money. So, I'll give you a list. I have a list of blue ribbon poor people who are doing a big job for Eretz Yisrael. They're raising a lot of children. The other Jews are not raising children. Eretz Yisrael is a country of a great deal of abortion. Authorities have said that at least 1 million children were aborted from the beginning of the state until a few years ago. But now it's much more. While the Arabs are having children like nobody's business. They never had so many children before, because the Arabs in Eretz Yisrael are getting the best medical treatment. The Arabs in Israel are increasing more than the Arabs in any place in the world. So how long will it take before the Jews will be outnumbered? It's only a matter of time. Even right now there's a big problem. But in a short time, the Jews are dwindling and the Arabs are snowballing. So you have Jews who are busy trying to equalize the population. And you'll send money to them. Money goes into the lifeblood of the nation. That's one way of helping to defend the Am Yisrael. It's a beautiful way of supporting the people there. And if you want another way, you have to know Hashem ish milchama. Now, of course, they wouldn't believe in that. But we do. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a man of war. He makes wars. Baal milchamas. He makes wars. And there are reasons why he makes wars. You know why he makes wars on Israel? Listen to me. But keep your blood pressure down. A man told me today, it was in Israel in 1966. He went to a movie. This is the kind of man that's not ashamed of mitzvahs. He went to a movie. And he saw, now I have to wash my mouth after I get through telling this to you. He saw movies where lesbianism was being practiced in the movie, on the screen. Now what it means, it's enough, I can't tell you anymore. And it was supposed to be only for adults. It means up past 16 and up. That's adults. Yeah. But he was in places, he was in various movies there, he told me. And he saw children 5 and 6 present. Which means the youth in Eretz Yisrael is being conditioned for a life of degeneracy. The gays are planning next year an international world conference of gays in Yerushalayim. And they have 2 synagogues of gays in Eretz Yisrael. He said 3, but I want to make it within the bounds of surety. And in Tel Aviv, you have anything that you can find in Times Square. They're not behind a bit. Now, we want to save Ha'am HaYeshiv V'Tzir. We want to help them out. We want to stop the wars. And therefore, if we're going to fight against the adverse influences there, we're going to exert pressure on the government that they have to remedy these evils. We want them to wipe out pornography. We want them to stop drafting girls in the army, because girls in the army mean one thing. Like that general who wrote a book about the Israeli army, and he states openly that for most girls, the induction in the army is their first experience in sexual intercourse. For most Israeli girls. So now you have an institution, the Israeli army, which is one big house of prostitution, and the girls are forced into it. Now that's not my statement. It's a statement by a general who wrote a history of the Israel Defense Forces, and he makes that statement. And he doesn't make it in a clandestine, secret way that you read between the lines. He says it openly, they're not ashamed. So we have to exert pressure. We don't want that. Because Hashem Alekecho mishalech b'kerev machnecho la'atzilcha mo'evecho. It says Hashem walks in your midst to help you against your enemies. But it says, if he'll see immorality among you, so the Shekhinah will depart. It means he'll let you be defeated. And so in order to help the people in Eretz Yisrael be protected from the enemies, it's our job to speak up and fight against it. So just as this young man who doesn't go right now put on a uniform because he wants to help them eventually by becoming a physician, we're also helping. It's a very big help if you write letters and protest. Of course, now there's a better regime. Up till now, there's a Marxist regime. Now there's a better regime, and let's hope that these things are going to change.